SIG Sauer is now providing firearms, handguns to the police department in Chicago. It's kind of a big deal. There's 13,000 sworn officers in Chicago, and now most of them are going to be getting, it's over a time thing, I think, but they're going to be getting these little SIGs, and they're great little handguns. I'm surprised there's only 13,000 officers in Chicago. It's the second largest place in the United States of America. New York is by far the largest. They have about 35,000 policemen, I think, so I'm kind of surprised about that. Canada, there's a golf course here at Cape Breton. You know what? These golf courses, they're mostly owned by governments, whether it be municipal or provincial. The feds, they own all kinds of golf courses. Why is that? This particular one that I'm talking about now has received more than $10 million, mostly in interest-free loans to kind of keep it afloat. And all of that money actually comes from Alberta. And you got Albertans because, of course, it's equalization payments are always writing checks to help all their poor neighbors. And what do the poor neighbors do with it? They go out and they golf. How bad is that? That would be kind of bad, I think. Don't you think? Half of the residents of every town, the theory is, at least, is that they're female, right? You got pretty much 50% of the population is male, pretty much 50% is female. And now you have this little group that's been put together by the feds in Canada saying, hey, this isn't very nice, there's hardly any women mayors, and so we have to put a law in place, and they're exploring that now. Whatever happened to people that just want the job? I mean, if 90% of the mayors in Canada happen to be male, that would indicate to me that women don't want that position. They go into all this gender inequality and all that nonsense. But you know what? It's not about that, in my humble opinion anyway. It's about, do you want the position or not? If you do, if a woman wants it, go get it. I mean, in many cases, they'll win just often because they're female, which in my view, again, isn't correct. It's wrong, because it shouldn't be about ability. It shouldn't matter what color you are, how tall you are, how fat you are, if you're a male or a female. Who would care about that? The Trudeau government, now the prime mistake, he just recently announced a $400 million investment at the G7 summit to other countries. He's always giving money to other countries, zillions and zillions of dollars. This guy is just totally out of control, because Canadians now pay more taxes than anybody, I think, in the free world, maybe even in the not-so-free world, and it just can't keep on. I mean, pretty soon, it has to collapse. Typically, the United States of America is the one that kind of bails countries like Canada out. That's not going to happen anymore. Trump has said repeatedly, we ain't your piggy bank anymore. What's going to happen? We got to get rid, I say we because I'm a Canadian, we got to get rid of this prime mistake. We got to get rid of all these liberals. I mean, they're taxing us just to pieces, and it's not very nice. And how do we do it? Dumb is forever. You can only get rid of stupid by not voting for stupid. And thank goodness there's an election coming up in about a year and a half, maybe sooner, because in Canada, the prime minister can call an election whenever he or she kind of gets the urge. Hopefully that won't happen until the time, so other people can get ready and get rid of these bozos, because they're just doing all this bad stuff, giving money away to other countries when people in your own country are having a hard time, and you tax them more. Can't last much longer. Hey, I'll come back here tomorrow. We're going to have more for you from the right. See ya.